You're watching Wanted with me, Jonathan. The murder of Gauri Lankesh is one of the most sensational crimes in recent times. Now the S.I.T that was probing the case has arrested the 18th accused, a man named Rishikesh Devdikar. In this special episode of Wanted, we show you what his role was in the murder and how the cops managed to nab him. Take a look. Major breakthrough in Gauri Lankesh assassination. The special investigating team, which is investigating the murder of senior journalist and activist Gauri Lankesh, arrested a key suspect who had been absconding. Rishikesh Devdikar, also known as Murli, was arrested in Katras of Jharkhand's Dhanbad district on Thursday. Murli is a native of Aurangabad. He is alleged to be one of the key conspirators in the murder of Gauri Lankesh. Arrested for conspiracy, planning, recruiting. Yes, the investigations after the latest arrest have revealed that Murli was accused of conspiracy, planning and recruiting members to carry out the murder. He reportedly provided the resources to carry out the murder, including training and guns for those who shot Gauri Lankesh. So far, 18 people have been arrested by the S.I.T for their alleged involvement in the murder of Gauri Lankesh. Murli was named as accused number 18 in the charge sheet filed by the S.I.T back in November 2018 with connection with the murder. The charge sheet identified him as the ideological motivator and main recruiter for the murder. The journalist was shot dead in front of her house located in Raja Rajeshwari Nagar in Bengaluru on September 5th, 2017 when she returned home from work. 6 of the men accused in the case are also named as accused in the Kalaburgi murder that took place 4 years ago. The special investigation team also linked these men to the Sanatan Sanstha, a radical pro-Hindu group. Jharkhand DGP K.N. Chaubey said that Murli was working in a petrol pump in Katras. He was closely associated with the Sanatan Sanstha Hindu Jan Jagriti Samiti till around 2010. He, along with Virendra Tawade and Amol Kale, is regarded as a key member of the crime syndicate that killed rationalists and journalists in Karnataka, Narendra Dabolkar in 2013, Govind Pansari in 2015, and Kannada scholar Kalaburgi in 2015. Though Virendra was arrested in 2016 by the CBI in connection with the murder of Dabolkar, the S.I.T stated that the group resembled under the leadership of Amol Kale. Murli is considered another important member of the syndicate. With the latest arrest, the S.I.T has almost cracked the entire case, but this has been no easy task. The only clue the S.I.T had was 4-second CCTV footage of the crime. How S.I.T cracked the Gauri Lankesh case? The attacker appears in the CCTV camera footage for a mere 4 seconds. The stance he took to fire the bullets was that of a trained shooter. This was the only clue the special investigation team had for the first 3 months of its investigation into the Gauri Lankesh murder case. Instead of waiting for a miracle, the S.I.T launched a massive surveillance program with the hope of finding a needle in a haystack. The S.I.T collected call details from 15 days prior to Lankesh's death, and the information was stored in a server built exclusively for the investigation. The team then heard calls made by more than 100 telephone numbers. Their patience paid off. The S.I.T intercepted the call of a man with a tendency to boast, and after that, over the next 9 months, the team identified the gang behind the murder. During the first 3 months of the investigation, one of the teams of the S.I.T kept tabs on more than 100 mobile phones of right-wing activists with criminal pasts. The monitoring room at the Criminal Investigation Department office looked like a call center with several cops listening to hundreds of calls. In the first week of November, a call made to Naveen Kumar, the founder of right-wing organization in the Yuva Sena, caught the S.I.T's attention. During the call, while explaining his absence, Naveen Kumar said he was underground following a big case. He told the person on the other line that the big case was that of Gauri Lankesh. The S.I.T had got its first real lead. After that, the S.I.T closely monitored every call made to his phone, but they led nowhere. The investigators soon deduced that Naveen was using another mobile phone, and tracing it became the next challenge. The solution came from the database of calls they had stored. The cops mapped the changing locations of Naveen's phone and compared it with the locations of other phones, unraveling on the same route. This is how they deduced Naveen Kumar's other number. The alternate number had only incoming calls, and all of them were made from public telephone booths. All of these calls were from one man. The S.I.T was familiar with it by now. He gave Naveen Kumar instruction, but in code. During one of these calls, Naveen Kumar addressed the man on the other line as Praveen Anna. Now the S.I.T had a second piece of puzzle, Praveen. To get to Praveen, the S.I.T decided to keep Naveen Kumar under human surveillance. He was trailed by the cops continuously, 3 shifts around the clock, from November to February, until he was finally arrested. Praveen the recruiter. As Praveen was heard giving instructions on the phone to Naveen Kumar, the S.I.T figured Praveen was higher in the chain of command. The team believed following Naveen Kumar would lead them to Praveen. But for more than 3 months, these two only spoke over the phone. Praveen ensured he called from a different phone booth every time, most of them at least 100 kilometers apart. The cops realized that he was constantly on the move. In the later stages of the investigation, it was revealed that Praveen's real name was Suchit Kumar and he was a recruiter. He was in touch with Naveen Kumar to procure a weapon to murder another rationalist, K.S. Bhagwan. Praveen was also responsible for recruiting the man who pulled the trigger and killed Gauri Lankesh. During one of their phone calls, the cops heard that Naveen was on his way to Bengaluru to procure a weapon to murder Bhagwan. The cops decided to arrest him, but Praveen had got information about his arrest and evaded the cops. But the cops were relentless and found the booths from which the calls were coming. The man was in Udupi. But instead of arresting the suspect after finding him, they followed him. This would lead them to their biggest catch, Amol Kale. The cops arrested Amol Kale and Praveen along with 2 other suspects. When cops raided Amol Kale's hideout, they found 4 diaries with the whole plot written in it. However, these were all coded. The cops deduced the codes to realize that the man who pulled the trigger was a man named Parshuram Vagmore. Parshuram Vagmore was found in Sindagi and arrested. Vagmore was critical in solving the case, as he gave the cops the details they needed to crack the whole case. While the other arrest had not led the S.I.T to get any information, Vagmore gave the cops details that they needed. Based on the information given to them, the S.I.T arrested a realtor by the name Suresh. The team later found that Suresh was the man who was hosting the killers during the run-up to the murder. Once the cops had arrested Vagmore, the case had become clear. The exact planning and mastermind behind the murder was clear. The cops knew exactly who all had participated in the assassination plot. It was just a matter of arresting the absconding accused. The cops have managed to nab 18 of the accused at the moment. While the case has almost been cracked, there are still some loose ends to the case. The S.I.T has refrained from releasing any details about the pending investigations as it may help the others escape or destroy evidence. But the arrest of Rishikesh is proof that the investigations are on track. It won't be long before Gauri Lankesh gets justice. A News 9 report.